Many people say that grant money cannot be used for Montessori, or they say that you cannot use grant money to open a Montessori school or to start a parent program. And people also say that you can't use grant money to buy Montessori materials or send teachers to Montessori training. Well, the opposite is true, and I'm going to tell you a story about how I personally did that. Before I tell you the story about how I got my first grant to open our first Montessori classroom, I will share a word about what grants are, because some of you may not know what grants are or what grant money means. So I just want to share a little bit about that briefly so that you know what is it that I'm talking about. Grant money is given to people and organizations by grant funders. Now, grant funders can be corporations, companies, foundations. They are organizations which have a purpose in this world. They want to do something good in this world, and they are looking for people who will do it for them, and they pay for those activities. So if you are looking into grants and you're interested, you really should be looking into grant funders. Grant funders usually have a purpose, they have a goal, and their goal is to create some good in this world, to change this world to be a better place. Now, this can be improving education, but it can also be increasing sustainability of our planet, stopping the world hunger, stopping the wars, improving female equality, helping children in orphanages, anything you can think of. There are a lot of causes out there and a lot of people that are suffering and that need help. And usually that's what grant funders focus on, helping others, helping this planet. So if you want to use grants, you will really be looking into grant funders that have a similar cause or similar purpose, similar mission as your own organization or as you yourself. It really blows my mind that there is so much money, so much funding available out there, so many grants available for us Montessorians, and we don't use it. We don't know how to use it. We don't know how to find it. We don't know how to apply for it. And that's why I keep talking about these grants all the time. I'm on a mission to teach all of my Montessori colleagues about this opportunity. Now, I have said this before and I will say it again. Since the past 10 years, I have actually managed to raise, and now hold on, 1.8 million euros of grants for Montessori Institute Prague, for our school, and for development of Montessori in the Czech Republic and in Central Europe. If I can do it, you can also do it, and I'm gonna tell you how. I'm on a mission to teach you how to do this, because you need to start using this grant money now. Now, back to the subject of money for Montessori materials and money for Montessori training, because those are usually the two biggest issues that I know Montessori schools and Montessori organizations or people, individuals like you who want to take a diploma course, for example, or start a school or start a parent program, are facing. Money for materials and money for training. People say it's impossible to get money for Montessori. I say the opposite is true. So I'm going to tell you the story of how I did that, and then I will summarize the basic learning lesson that's in it for you so that you know what you need to leave with after you listen to this video. Way back in 2012, when this was very early after I started my work in Montessori, my organization was still running as a family center. It was actually called For Family. And it was a place where parents could come with their children for activities, for Montessori programs, for seminars, for support groups. And we were in function for several years. And at that point, I already knew that our parents are asking for us to open a primary classroom, a Montessori primary program. We didn't have it way back then yet. But I knew that this is going to be very expensive. To equip a Montessori classroom costs approximately 20,000 euros, and to send a teacher to a diploma course is also takes some amount of money and commitment. And we did not have that money. We were a non-profit organization, and I didn't know how to resolve this. So I looked around, and somebody said, you have to start looking into grants and into funders. So I started looking, and I looked, and I couldn't find anybody who would say, I'm paying for you to start a Montessori classroom. But I didn't give up, and I kept looking further. And it turned out that there was a funder who was interested to support organizations, nonprofits that are working with parents. So I thought, maybe there might be a way. Montessori is very universal. We are supporting parents after all. So let's look into this. And so I did. This grant funder, this was an EU grant, wanted to help women in the Czech Republic to return to the job market after maternity leave. Now, in the Czech Republic, we have a 3-year maternity leave. And if a mom stays at home with their child for this extensive period of time, by the time she goes back to her job, she loses touch with her profession, with her skills. There's a lot of uncertainty and insecurity and all kinds of social phenomenon that are negative come out of that. So this grant funder wanted to prevent that, and they wanted to work with mothers on maternity leave to keep educating them and to keep them in touch and to support each other and so on. Now, I was thinking, we already are working with moms, we are supporting moms and parents on maternity leave, so how about we try to develop a program that will actually help them to stay in touch with the job market, and we use the universality of Montessori for that. So we created a program and we educated these parents in Montessori. We also taught them some professional skills. There were a computer class, computer literacy class, time management classes, and some other classes that related to their former professions. And alongside with that, there were classes about Montessori. And we went to this grant funder and said, we're going to support these parents by this Montessori program, and it will help them to return to the job market. And guess what? We got the money. We got 155,000 euros for a period of 3 years to work with a group of 100 parents to help them to do this. And how is it connected to opening a Montessori classroom at the end of the project or at the end of this video? In order to support these parents and to educate them in Montessori, guess what? We needed Montessori materials. So for this particular project, we educated parents and helped them return to the job market by providing them education in Montessori, and we bought Montessori materials for our first classroom. When the project was over, we used those materials and we actually did open a Montessori classroom. And as you know, as of today, we have a school for children from 15 months to 15 years. We actually also have an adolescent program. How to fund opening an adolescent program is a story for another time. So what is the learning lesson? What's the lesson in this story for you? I hope you kind of get the idea. When you're looking to start using grant money and applying for grants, and you want to write winning grant applications, you have to come out of this narrow-minded mindset that you're looking for money to start a school, or looking for money to start a parent class, or looking for money to start an adolescent program. And you go and you explore who are the grant funders out there, and rise above the specificity and concreteness of your particular goal, and think with this balcony view about what is the bigger aim of your project. For example, if you're opening a school, is improving education. It could be increasing inclusion in education. It could be helping to create diverse societies. So you need to switch your mindset and start thinking from these specific areas to these more generic and general areas, and find funders who want to sponsor those general areas, and then find a way to fit your project into those categories that they are using in their terminology or in their vocabulary. So what's the learning lesson in this story about getting money for our first Montessori classroom through this project of supporting parents? Here it is. If you want to start winning grant money for whatever your project is, you need to first of all be very clear about what is your goal. What is it that you want to do? You have to be very clear about that. And then you take that specific goal and you try to look at it from a bigger perspective. If I want to open a Montessori school, what good does it do in this world? When I open a Montessori school in my community, I will improve accessibility of education. I will improve the growth of democratic values in our society. I will improve inclusion, diversity. I will support parents. I will provide developmental growth opportunities for my staff. Who knows, we might even have positive impact on the environment in our community, or we will be able to create community space. Take your concrete and specific project and look at it from a bigger perspective, and then go out there and look for funders who want to pay and support those bigger perspectives, because that's what grant funders usually are looking for. They're not looking for opening a small school somewhere. They are looking for improving access to education in their community. So I think you understand the gist of what I'm trying to share with you. And I guess the second lesson in it, when I'm thinking about it now, is you never give up. You know what you want to do, and you just go out there and you look, you search for funders and for organizations and philanthropes who support that particular area of work in which you are, and then you go to them and you try and apply. You might fail for the first time, but then if you try and apply for a second time, you rewrite, apply again, eventually you're going to win the money. And if you're interested to find out more about how to apply for grants and how to write winning grant applications, I'm here for you. You know where I am, you know where to find me, and I'm pretty sure that some things are cooking and in preparation down the road that I can help you with this. Okay, and the second big lesson in this story is you have a dream, you have a goal, you want to do something, you want to bring Montessori to your children or to your community. So don't give up. Think grants, acknowledge that they can actually help you very much to carry out your goal or to bring your mission to life, and then start looking, who are the people who want to do the same thing? Who are the funders who are going to sponsor this particular area of work? And if you need my help, which you might, because applying for grants and writing winning grant applications isn't so easy, you know where I am, and more is coming up in the area of grant writing, fundraising, and supporting your Montessori project. So I did my Montessori dream. I made it happen. I made it to life. I created life for my project. I live my Montessori dream. And if you want to make your Montessori dream come true, it might be a good idea for yourself to find some help. If you have a Montessori dream and you want to make it come true now, in 2023 or in 2024, it's time to start thinking about it, because there is absolutely no time to waste. If we want to bring Montessori to all children of the world, we have to get to work now. And we need to look for the most efficient, fast, and functional ways to do that. Remember, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are people who have done this before you, and all you need to do is ask for help. There are many grant opportunities out there for Montessori projects, and the sad truth is that only 40% of Montessori organizations are using grant money. Now, how is that possible? Why aren't we learning about grants? Why aren't we using grants? I don't know. And I'm on a mission to change that, because I have raised 1.8 million euros in grants for the past 10 years. And if you know anything about our work in Montessori Institute Prague in Europe, you know that we have done it. We've done it very fast. We have developed our own school, training center. We have a farm program, and all of that is thanks to grant money. So I really want to give you hope that this can be done, and I'm offering my help to you.